Well, Ariella is still getting her butthole surgery, so it was me and Sam versus the universe. And with jack shit on the truck, we were based. Hey guys, this is Jace, and welcome to episode 64 of my roadshow. Now, today we had to take Sam because Ariella is still doing her butthole surgery. But when she gets back from her butthole surgery, things are going to be freaking awesome because not only will her butthole work correctly, but she's not going to have any governor. So she's going to be just as fast as Jackie was back in the day, and that's going to make me superlatively happy. So anyway, we got started today light and kind of late. We get up to Dumont and I'm getting ready to get fuel, and come to find out they're doing level 1 inspections right next door. So at the fuel station that I normally go to in Downeyville, Dumont, or whatever it's called, it's Dumont, you get off the highway and you can either make a right into where the fuel is, or you can keep going straight across the street and where you have to go into the weigh station. Now, as I was coming down that ramp, I noticed that there was a van, a state trooper van with its lights on, and I'm looking, and he didn't have anybody in the little inspection bay. I'm like, crap, that's gonna be me. So I turn right and I go in there and I get fuel. And I'm in the fuel station and I'm kind of looking out the window and I'm like, is he gonna catch somebody? Is he gonna catch somebody? Because he was standing out there like he was gonna wave me in, and I turned to get fuel instead. So I fully expected him to be standing out there when I turned the corner and was gonna go up the ramp. But I'm looking and I'm like, I gotta waste some time. So I'm in there bullshitting with one of the cashiers that I've known for a long time, and I look, and he has gone back into his van, and I'm like, okay, here's my opportunity. So I got my truck and I'm like, gotta start. And so I come screaming out of the fuel station and I stop the stop sign and I make my right and I go up the ramp, and I'm looking at the van and the guy has not emerged from his van yet. So I went ahead and went over the scale, and pew, out the door I went. So I narrowly missed having a level 1 inspection, which usually takes about half an hour, 45 minutes. And yeah, I know they have to do them, but they always pick on the Class B guys because it takes a lot less time to inspect my truck than it would a full-size semi. I've only got 3 axles, and I've only got 10 tires, and so they always get the Class B guys, always. And I narrowly avoided all that crap. So got past one of my time vampires relatively unscathed, but I hit time vampire number 2 pretty hard. I got to Granby and there was a truck in the yard and there was a truck out of the yard. I call that one in, one out. And so I had to sit in the street for like 20 minutes before they kind of swapped out and got all that other stuff. So that took me 45 minutes to get done, and it's just like, The rest of the route went really easy. I only got as far as Steamboat Springs before I could go south down towards here. I'm in Glenwood Springs tonight. So I didn't have any Craig, I didn't have any Meeker, I didn't have any Junction, I didn't have any Rifle. So I just went down Highway 131 and straight from Steamboat all the way down to a town called Walcott. And then you turn and go through Glenwood Canyon and you end up here. So one of the weird things that happened to me today was I had 2 different receivers ask me if I wanted to go to local shows with them. And I had to tell both of these guys, I'm like, I don't live around here, man. I live in Colorado Springs. I can't drive up here for a show, and even though these are people that I would love to see. One of them is called, it's a Tool cover band that I've been hearing a lot about locally, and they're supposed to be really, a Schism, they're supposed to be really good. And then I got invited to a Hemlock show around the same time, and I'm like, dude, I can't drive up here for a show. Even though I'd love to see these people, it was really weird. Stops today were Tabernash, Granby, all foreign Steamboat, and then that was it. As I was going up the final little hill to go down into the valley and down into the I-70 and make my... We found this poor bastard. This guy's fixing to blow up, man. Oh. You poor bastard. Yeah, I can see the steam coming off him now, man. He ain't gonna make it. It's not like that hasn't happened to me a time or two. I feel for the guy, man. Passive and passer toast. I can smell coolant. His truck's not long for this world. Oh. Explosive. Yup. That sucks, man. So yeah, he ended up pulling over and just steam billowing out of his hood, and I'm like, oh, you poor bastard, man. I've been there before, so you know, my heart went out to him because I know what that's like, man. So tomorrow's stops are one here in town, one in Basalt, one in Aspen, and one in Silverthorne, and then I can go home. So it should be a nice, light, easy, early day for me tomorrow. Anyway, that's all I've got for you tonight. See you in the next video.